What's up, guys? I just want to go over stop placement. So we talked about the pullback itself in one of my videos. So let's assume that we entered a trade somewhere here, either on a second entry long, a trigger entry, or the EMA entry. That's why I chose this. It's got multiple entries on one bar, possibly even a zero line entry on that same bar. So this has got almost all of our entries on one bar, and it's a great example. So I'm going to remove this drawings really quick. So if I enter on this bar, where do I put my stop, right? So in this case, I see these gaps up. So this really, to me, is strong showing by the bulls, and you could put your stop down here, right? But you're going to take on a ton more risk. An area that would be a little better, in my opinion, would be one of two places. One would be just under this bar, and not like the low of this bar, but I would take the low of this bar, and there's a little math involved in this one. I usually trade futures, so I trade the ES. So you get quarters. Each tick is a quarter. So what I like to do is take the ATR at the time. So whatever the ATR was at this point in time, let's say 150 for now. So I just go to a calculator and I go 150 divided by 4, and then I take the low of this and I subtract whatever I get from there. So that'll give me technically one tick below that. The other option is maybe below this bar if you want to be a little more conservative, but that takes on more risk. And then I shoot for a 1-to-1. So I always measure my risk first. So if I enter, say, one tick above this bar on a high 2, and I go one tick below that, I will shoot for a 1.1-to-1. That's usually my goal on these. And you get it almost immediately on the following day. So that's kind of how I do my stop losses. The alternative really on like pullbacks is, I'm going to go over this really quickly. So you have the pullback here, and then, I don't know, you enter somewhere here. You could say, okay, well, say you entered over here. You could say, okay, well, I'm one tick above this. Well, everyone's putting their stop there. So by the time we get there, the price is going to be moving really fast against you. Maybe I enter on this bar, I might put it on this bar, or maybe my initial stop is here, and once I see this gap down, I move my stop to reduce risk. But that's how I do stops. I can make another video talking about reducing risk in trades.